everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about something that most beginner drivers do wrong. Literally, most beginner drivers do this wrong, and you won't believe it. I'm telling you, you're not going to believe it, because this is the one thing that they should be doing right. This is the one thing that they should be focusing on, but most drivers, when they are new drivers or beginner drivers, end up doing it wrong. Let's get right into the video. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna give you the straight goods. This is what they do wrong. They don't put safety at the top of their priority list, but instead they put other things like looking cool and basically just you know, doing things that new drivers do. Okay, so they put like their excitement and also their coolness above safety. Now here is the thing. When you're a new driver, when you're a beginner driver, I'm gonna hand it to you right off the bat. You are a very good driver because you got your license, okay? But also you know how to do pretty much all of the driving skills because you just learned them for your driving test. So because you just learned those driving skills, they're like fresh on your mind and you know how to do all of them pretty much. But you are also at the least amount of experience than you are ever going to be in your driving career. Literally tomorrow, you're gonna have more driving experience than you do today. So like right now when you're watching this, if you're a beginner driver, even if you're an experienced driver, you are at the lowest level of experience that you will be at in your entire driving career. And with that being said, you gotta put safety first, because there are things that are gonna surprise you as a driver, okay? I will tell you firsthand, every day I am surprised at a car that slams on their brakes for no reason, or a car that doesn't signal and all of a sudden starts braking on a main road, right? Or a car that all of a sudden just pops out of nowhere. They just decide to turn in front of you and you have to slam your brakes so that you don't T-bone them. This stuff happens every day. Like if you're driving for an hour a day, you're gonna get at least one serious situation where you're like, what? Every day. It's just as simple as that. And if you're driving for more than an hour a day, it's probably gonna happen more often than once a day. Okay? And that's why you need to have safety at the top of your priority list, especially as a beginner driver. I mean, any driver should, but especially as a beginner driver, you gotta have safety at the top of your priority list, because all of these things that happen, you know, you're not experienced with them yet. Okay, if I'm driving on a main road like I am right now, you'll probably notice in the video, because you can see my eyes where I'm looking, you'll probably notice I'm constantly scanning back and forth. I'm looking at the mirror, seeing what's going on, and that's because of experience, right? That's because I know that people pop out at any time. So I'm looking for any cars that are on the side streets and I'm watching their wheels. That's another key factor for safety first. If a car is waiting to turn and they could potentially go in front of you, look at their wheels. Because if they start moving, you're gonna notice their rim start to move. Okay, it's easiest to look at the rim. Don't stare at the wheels like that, but look at it. And I know this because of experience. But as a beginner driver, you might know that, but you won't know everything. And I don't know everything either. And I've had my license for many years. Okay? Right now, this person, they were allowing someone to turn in front of them, but they didn't have the right, never mind. They just did something that was like a, oh wow moment, like I said before. Okay? So what are some things that many or most beginner drivers do that show me that they don't put safety first? Well, they don't follow the rules of the road. So they start to speed all of a sudden. Now that they have their license, they're not following the speed limit. They start to roll stops. They start to drive distracted. Music blasting, 4 passengers in the back, rolling around town. Wow, we got our license. We're so cool, you know, we're so excited. And it's fine. It's great to want to look cool and be excited. Totally great. But you can't let it affect your judgment in the sense that you put it before your safety. Okay? They also start doing unsafe things like taking turns at too fast of a speed, or if it's raining, you know, all of a sudden they like want to floor it and like squawk their tires, which you know, I was young once. It's fun, but it's unsafe. And you gotta learn to not do it as quickly as possible. I can tell you that the vast majority of beginner drivers will do some not so smart things, not so safe things. And it's just in the nature of being most likely what is a younger person. Because when most people get their license, they are younger. Not necessarily 16, but they're younger, right? You know, they could be 21. That's still a relatively young person, okay? And when they do these things, the goal is to get them to not do them as quickly as possible, right? So basically, also another thing that they do that shows me that they're unsafe, and I even see this with people that I know and my family members, is they start breaking the rules set by the owner of the car. Now, you might have your own car. You just, let's say you're a beginner driver and you have your own car. That might be the case, but probably 99% of the time, people that just got their license are going to be driving their parents' car, their siblings' car, sister, brother, you know, their car, their aunt or uncle's car, like someone that they know and that trusts them. They're going to be driving their car, and they're going to set some rules for driving that car. And a lot of these beginner drivers break those rules, right? Or they bend them, and that's not good, because the rules are in place for a certain reason, number one. But number two, you're using their car, right? You know, follow the rules. It's as simple as that. But that's it. That is unfortunately something that most beginner drivers do wrong, and they shouldn't, and you won't believe it, because they should be putting safety at the front of their mind, but in reality it's like the third thing in their mind. They got like their excitement, then they have their level of coolness, and then they have the safety. And it should really be safety, and then, you know, excitement because you're excited, and then, hey, let's look cool, let's roll down the street like this, like a boss. Anyways, I really hope that if you are a beginner driver, that you take this information and you just try to put safety first. You can still be cool, man. Trust me. I'm cool and I'm safe. Anyways, you can still be cool, but put safety at the front of your mind. It is literally the most important thing in general, but definitely as a beginner driver. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.